Happy holidays, everybody. Now, you're looking at this and going, what the hell are you doing? This is not a Christmas movie. Why aren't you talking about a different, really terrible Christmas movie? Like, I don't know, The Christmas Tree from the 90s or Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas. Why aren't you talking about those two movies? Well, that's because I didn't think about those at the time that I started writing these. And this is one where I wanted to talk about it for a long time because holy shit, this one. So, what the hell is the Oogieloves? Well, I will tell you. I'll tell you a little backstory. Just from the looks of this, you're thinking, okay, what kind of Teletubby, Thomas the Tank Engine, and Eloise type crap is this? Well, that's because this is from the same person who produced those three shows. Thomas the Tank Engine, Eloise, and Teletubbies. And this was their kind of forte into getting into movies. And so what we have here is the Oogieloves. Oh, I also want to rephrase this. Everything I'm about to tell you is 100% true. It is in the movie. I'm not making any of this up. I did not drink. I did not take drugs. I did not accidentally take drugs. I did not accidentally take shots. This is all true. Let's begin. The Oogieloves is about three, I don't know what they are, creatures, best described creatures. And they live in a house with a talking vacuum cleaner named J. Edgar. Get it? Get it? Because he's a Hoover? Okay, moving on. And has a window named Wendy that has a human face. But they send J. Edgar out to get 5 golden balloons for their friend Schluffy, a talking pink pillow that looks like just I don't know. But they also have a pet fish named Ruffy. Oh, I was almost about to say Roofy, but it was Ruffy. But this is all true. But J. Edgar gets jumped by rats. I'm not kidding. And lets go of the 5 balloons. And so the Oogieloves are like, well, we need to go get those balloons back. And each balloon ends up being in the possession of an actor who their career just tanked after this. So let me give you this. The 5 golden balloons, we first meet Cloris Leachman, who plays a woman who lives in a treehouse who's named Dottie and loves circles. We then go to Chaz Palminteri, who runs a milkshake restaurant, and his name is Milky Marvin. The third one is Toni Braxton, who plays a singer about to go on tour who loves roses, but she's allergic to roses. And then 4, we get Carrie Elways, who's walking around like he's got a stick up his ass, and he's dressed as a little like boy cowboy named who loves bubbles. I can't remember his name. And then the last 2, which is the 5th one. Now, this is the most offensive. I'm not making any of this up at all. You can look it up. I'm not making this up. We have Christopher Lloyd and Jaime Pressly, who play, I'm guessing, alien Mexicans who ride around in a flying sombrero, and their names are Lero and Lola Sombrero. I'm not making this up. This is all real. And so when I first heard about this back, I think it was like almost like 15 years ago, I heard about this and I went, oh my God, I need to save this for something. And I just watched it, and it was like I was in a mental asylum. I was laughing my ass off. I was in shock. And then I was angry. It was like I was in like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, or just in like just an insane asylum. Because it was like, what the hell am I watching here? There were legitimately times where I laughed and then I felt bad for laughing. Mainly because Carrie Elways, it was like his character was mentally ill or something, and I was laughing. They don't say if he's mentally ill, but it just you're watching it and you're like, what the hell, dude? And there were times where I was laughing my ass off, and then immediately afterwards I was like, I'm going to hell. Like, I'm terrible. And I could not stop watching this because it was like, what in the fresh hell is going on here? And of course, we have to have musical segments. And honestly, but this is going to sound really, really stupid, but my favorite was honestly Chaz Palminteri, because his song was just like it was all about like making milkshakes and stuff like that. But the guy can't sing. So during that song, he's you hear his voice cracking like crazy, and it was just hilarious to watch. I'll say this: the song that was like, all right, was Toni Braxton, because she can actually sing. She's a fantastic singer, and while the song sucks, it's like she can sing. She can still sing. She still got it. And yeah, and then it cuts to Carrie Always, and I was like, oh my god, I'm. This is. I think we're in purgatory. This is like, what the hell? Who the hell thought this was a good idea? And this is actually considered to be the worst performing movie that opened in 2,000 theaters. I heard the movie's budget was $20 million and it made like $1 million at the box office. This is considered to be the biggest flop of any movie ever. And when you watch the movie, it shows. So the songs suck. Some of the performances were just like, man, like when you get to Cloris Leachman, you're just like, oh, you just feel bad. And then you get to Chaz Palminteri, and it's like, this is bad, but damn, he's milking this thing, literally. And he's like, he's committed. Toni Braxton was like, honestly, she could have been taken out of the movie, because it was like, oh yeah, you're in this. Carrie Always was kind of like, oh man, it was like, really, were those saw checks not balancing right? And then when you get to Christopher Lloyd and Jamie Presley, and it was like, whoa, ooh boy, this is just wrong on so many levels. And oh my god. And but to review this movie in like 10 minutes, it would be utterly impossible. So this would kind of be like a quick and dirty version of it. And I would like to, at some point in the future, do an amazingly stupid movie segment on this, because I would like to do more of those, like I did with Manos: The Hands of Fate, which I had a lot of fun doing that. So this is an utter fucking terrible movie. But my god, is it something? This is honestly one of those movies where a friend of yours can say, hey, I just watched one of the worst movies ever, and they throw out like, yeah, I watched something like Madam Web, or I watched like Batman and Robin, like some things that are considered like the worst movies ever. And then I'm like, oh yeah, have you seen the Oogieloves? And then they'll be like, no. And I'm like, then I've got it over you, man. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that you think those movies are bad until you see this. Because this is the holy grail of bullshit. Like, my god, you've not experienced a clusterfuck of a trip in this one. So, oh my god, I wanted to do a bad movie for Christmas, because I did it in the past, where I did Star Wars Holiday Special, and I'm blanking on the other one. But then I was like, I want to do this one because I feel like this will be a nice holiday treat. And I guess I was right. I don't know. But this is something where it's like, I could talk about this for an hour and I still wouldn't hit all the points that I want to hit. So that's why I wanted to do this, but then later down the line do a kind of an amazingly stupid movie segment on it, because this is pre-packaged for that. Like, oh my God, you have not seen just how crazy. Just me describing this, there's so much more. There's so much more to unbox, because it is just a gold mine. It is a gold mine, and it's something. So if you're seriously that curious, go check out the Oogieloves. That's my holiday movie for you. Go watch the Oogieloves, because holy crap, you're just going to be in a madhouse after watching that. But, so there it is. And the 12 days of reviews is now complete. So happy holidays. If you don't celebrate the holidays, I hope you have a very nice day. And holy crap. Whew.